and Cock come join me. We got ready to go and we had some breakfast. We went to the grocery store and we got Kinder eggs and lunch. Yeah. Then we headed to the house point. That means exit. We drove from Germany into Luxembourg.
Comes to the U.S. don't drive Audi wagons.
We went to the middle for Belgium.
I got that for.
We ate our lunch. We began our hike up a steep set of stairs. We walked in the trees, by some walks. We saw some leaves. Walked over some creeks.
Up here.
Saw a slug. More trees and rocks. A
There
little
you go.
snot canyon.
Yay! Yeah, there you go. Pinecone attack!
We also saw some cool caves. The hike was very fun and very beautiful. After leaving Mueller-Thaw, we drove to the Luxembourg American Cemetery and Memorial. We went to the visitor center and picked up a scavenger hunt.
Please to earn your cemetery ambassador certificate.
The cemetery is for Americans who died in World War II. There are more than 5,000 headstones in the cemetery. Even General Patton is buried here. We learned about the headstones and the soldiers in our scavenger hunt. When we were there, it started to rain. After the cemetery, we drove back to Belgium to stay with our friends again. The next day, we left early with our friends to go to Efteling amusement
Oh,
park.
thanks, James, for sharing with me.
It was so much fun. We rode in cups and pedal trains. And the little pirate ships. And the big pirate ship.
Was that awesome?
On a roller coaster.
Tyler, get on the boat.
Little
We'll leave you
boats
behind.
through some real places. Saw a dragon, dancing shoes. Rode on flame snows and flying swings.
It's
Little cars, a merry-go-round, a crazy moving balloon. Flew some elf villages. Actually rode some little cars. The little kids rode the big pirate ship. The little kids rode the big roller coaster.
that was super fun, huh?
We got
Thank you.
ice cream,
Bathrooms over there.
dinner,
What is that?
and left the theme park. The next morning,
Oh,
we
but
went
that's really-
into Tavern and walked through the park. We went into a market, but the little kids got bored and went into a playground.
Alrighty. What? Doing cool things? See you there.
We ate some lunch that we got from the market and played a little more before buying dinner for later and heading back to the house. That afternoon, we went to Fort Dunk, a World War II prison camp. Originally a Belgium defense fort, in World War II it was converted to a prison camp by the Nazis and held Jewish and political prisoners. Conditions in the camp were very harsh, dark, and cold. More than 3,500 people were imprisoned in Dunk. The prisoners had to sleep in very crowded rooms. The guards were very mean to the prisoners. Prisoners at Dunk were often tortured. They were made to work very hard. By the end of the war, more than 300 people died or were killed at Dunk. And more than 1,700 people died after being transferred to other prison camps.
Hey, don't throw rocks. Good job.
We had dinner at our friend's house that night.
Ketchup.
And played hide and go seek before bedtime. The next day, we left to go to Delft, Netherlands.
Everybody smile.
But I got sick, so we went home.
Are you feeling better? Isabel?
Yeah, let me come and help you. I'll come get some napkins and we'll clean up your face, okay?
Dad took the little kids back home. The rest of us girls went to Delft, Netherlands. We saw beautiful Delft pottery. We saw lots of cheese and bikes.
Are you going to be careful closing it? Good, that
We got hot chocolate. It was really hot but good. At the house, I napped and took it easy while the boys played. It was a pretty slow day. It was a little cold and rainy, but we had a fun time walking around and seeing the sights and shopping. I found a cute cow. We never seen parking like this.
Because we sat around all day, Tyler and I got a great dinner.
I like that they put fries on everything.
The next day we had to pack up to leave. We said goodbye to our friends
At your house, buddy.
Loaded the car, and started driving. We drove from Belgium to Dunkirk, France. In France, we played on the beach.
Did you find the second shell? The other shell? Oh, you found
It was a little cold. During World War II, hundreds of thousands of Allied soldiers were evacuated from Dunkirk. We drove farther down the coast. The girls wanted to listen to a story in the car, so I went with the adults to another beach.
Hood's in the wood.
We found some cool World War II bunkers. I got to go inside and explore them.
There he is.
And one of them, we got to go up on the roof. I had a pretty good time with Mom and Dad and Aunt Rachel. Then we drove our way to Paris. In Paris, we went to McDonald's because it was the only thing open on Sunday.
Bacon, cheese, something else.
And I got locked in the bathroom. It was scary.
We spent the night in a little hotel near the airport.
I think you could go.
Watched some French TV. And made our way to Charles de Gaulle. There was a lot of traffic. And all of the lines were really long.
We made it!
We almost missed our flight, but we barely made it and were the last ones on board. We had one layover and slept through our last flight to Denver. After getting our bags, we said goodbye to Rachel and Katie. And that was the end of our amazing trip.